Yeah, prove the identity. Square root of 1 plus sin A by 1 minus sin A is equal to secant A plus tan A. We have to prove this identity. So, see, this is equal sign. Before this equal sign, whatever is there, this is LHS. And after the equal sign, whatever is there, that is RHS. LHS means left hand side, RHS means right hand side. Okay. Now, to prove this identity, okay, first we will take this LHS. We will take. So I will take LHS. See, LHS is equal to, what is LHS? This one I will write here. So 1 plus sin A divided by 1 minus sin A square root. So next step, see, this square root is for both this numerator and denominator. We can split this square root separately. You can take this square root separately for this and separately for this. So first I will take this 1 plus sin A. Okay, 1 plus sin A. I will take square root for this, like this. Next, this divided by, take this 1 minus sin A. So take this square root for this separately, like this. See, we have splitted this one square root for this separately, for this separately, and we got this square. Okay, square root of 1 plus sin A whole divided by square root of this 1 minus sin A. Next, what you do in the next step, here 1 minus sin A is there. 1 minus sin, square root of 1 minus sin A is there. You consider the denominator part, especially under square root 1 minus sin A is there. So now what you have to do, you have to multiply this by something. What is that? First put into, next consider this whole thing, square this denominator. Okay. Here 1 minus sin A is there. So you have to change the sign. When you change this minus sign, what it will become? Change this minus to plus. We are just changing. If we have plus here, we have to change this to minus. So we have minus here. We will change this to plus and we will write it here. So before that, see, I will write whole thing to avoid confusion. This denominator I will write it here. So what is this? Square root of 1 minus sin A. I will write it here. Okay. I said we have to consider this denominator and you have to write it here. And we have sign here. Sign is minus. We have to change this to plus. So I am changing here. Next, draw a line like this. Same thing, whatever you have written here, okay, same thing you have to write it here again. What is this? Square root of 1 plus sin A. Same thing I will write it here. So square root of 1 plus sin A. Okay. Till here got right. Till here you got it. Now consider this and this. See, square root of 1 plus sin A, here also same thing. Square root of 1 plus sin A. Say, A into A is equal to A square. Okay? Say, if you take this as A, okay, this is also A because both are same. So, it's like A into A. What it will become? A square. So, in place of A, what we have? Square root of 1 plus sin A. So, A square means, I will write it here. We have to multiply this and this. It is like A into A. Okay. In place of A, we have this square root of 1 plus sin A. So, A into A is A square. A square means, in place of A, what we have? This one. Square root of 1 plus sin A. I will write it here. Okay. A square means, yeah, some students may understand, some students may get confused. So I will show this back side of this board once again. We have this LHS is equal to square root of 1 plus sin A whole divided by square root of 1 minus sin A into square root of 1 plus sin A whole divided by square root of 1 plus sin A. Okay. This whole thing I have written here once again in the back side of the board. Here, that's all, nothing else. See here, you observe, we have formula A into A is equal to A square. In place of A, we have this square root of 1 plus sin A. I will write it here. Into, again A means this only, square root of 1 plus sin A. That is equal to, before row, see, first row, here into is there. I will multiply these two separately. Like this, I will write first. Into square root of 1 plus sin A whole divided by, now into is there, these two I multiplied here. Next to these two you have to multiply, and here you have to write, first write this square root of 1 minus sin A into this one square root of 1 plus sin A. Now I want this, what is this? To find what is the value of this, I am using this formula, A into A is equal to A square. So in place of A, we have this. See, this into this I have written here, this into this is equal to what? So this is in the form of this, A into A, because if this and this are same, in place of A we have this. So this is this and this like A into A only. Okay. So A into A is what? A square. A square. What is A? This one. So I will write that square root of 1 plus sin A. Or bracket. A I have written. Next what? Square I have to write. Now see, this square and square root cancels out. What is left? 1 plus sin A. See, this into this is equal to this. So this, see, same, this I have written here. So this into this is equal to what? This 1 plus sin A. Now in place of this I will write it here. Write this. So that is equal to, so in place of this I am going to write this 1 plus sin A. Okay. Next, all divided by, next to see this, so square root of 1 minus sin A into square root of 1 plus sin A. Here see, square root same, but here this is 1 minus sin A, this is 1 plus sin A. So see, here minus is there, here plus is there. So this is different, this is different. Okay, we cannot take A into A because minus is there, here plus is there. So we have to take this as A, this as B. Okay, and we have square root also. So there is a formula, square root of A into square root of B is equal to square root of AB. Okay, now I will write this here, square root of 1 minus sin A into square root of 1 plus sin A. Because of space issue here, I will write down, okay, is equal to what? We have to find out this answer. What is this into this? This I have taken here. Now we see this is in the form of this. Okay, square root of A into square root of B. So in place of A we have this 1 minus sin A. In place of B we have 1 plus sin A. Okay, so according to this formula, this is equal to square root of AB. So square root, I will write it here. This square root A. In place of A, what we have? 1 minus sin A. I will write it here. Next B. In place of B, what I have? This one, 1 plus sin A. So bracket 1 plus sin A. Okay. Now again, now this I will write it here. See, in place of this I will write it here because this into this is equal to this. We have calculated now, just now I showed. So in place of this I will write this. Square root of what is 1 minus sin A into 1 plus sin A. Okay, just a minute, I will just erase this thing. Now next step, this I will write as it is 1 plus sin A whole divided by, now we have to this square root I will write as it is. Okay, now we have to simplify this into this. How to simplify? See, this is like A minus B. Here I will write. See, we have the formula A minus B into A plus B is equal to A square minus B square. Okay, so I will write this thing, this 1 minus sin A, 1 plus sin A here. 1 minus sin A, 1 plus sin A is equal to what? See, this 1 minus sin A into 1 plus sin A is in the form of A minus B into A plus B. You can see, in place of A we have 1, in place of B we have sin A. Here also, in place of A we have 1, in place of B definitely it should be sin A. So this is in the form of this. So according to this formula, so this is equal to what? This A square minus B square. So this is equal to A square minus B square. So in place of A what we have? I said 1. So 1 square minus, in place of b what we have? Sin A. In place of b, sin A. So b square means sin square A. Sin square A. Okay. Now here 1 square means 1 only, 1 into 1. So I will just next step 1 minus, because 1 square is equal to 1 minus sin square A. Okay. See, we got this is equal to this. Okay. So 1 minus sin A into 1 plus sin A. In this place, I will write this 1 minus sin square A, because we calculated how we got. You just now saw how you got this after simplifying this. Just now we saw. So in place of this, I will write this 1 minus sin square A. So next step, this you keep as it is, 1 plus sin A. Here, see 1 minus sin square A. So we have a formula. One second. See, not this. Sin square A plus cos square A is equal to 1. This is the standard formula. Okay. See, if you move this sin square A to this side. Okay. So you have to keep, before moving this, keep this as it is. Cos square A is equal to this one. When sin square A move to this side, it will become minus sin square A. Here nothing means plus is there. When plus sin square A is moved to this side, I mean after equal sign, plus sin square A becomes minus sin square A. So minus sin square A. So in place of 1 minus sin square A is equal to cos square A. Okay. So see here. In place of 1 minus sin square A, I can write cos square A, because 1 minus sin square is equal to cos square A. So in place of 1 minus sin square A, I am going to write cos square A here. This is equal to, same this I will write as here once again, 1 plus sin A whole divided by, here you see, okay, square and square root cancels out. So what is left? Cos A. Okay. I think till here you understood. Okay. So we got, I will write it here. This is LHS equal to this, I will once again write here. So we got LHS is equal to this one, 1 plus sin A by cos A. Next, see here plus is there. Here only one term is there, only one term in the denominator, and here plus is there. What you can do, you write this one, here divide is there, no, we can split this division. Because of plus sign, we can split this for 1 separately, sin A separately. How? I will show. First write this, next division, cos A. Cos A you write. Because of plus, I am going to split this. Next write this plus A, plus, and this sin A you write. this whole divided by right, and this cos A. See, because of plus symbol, I have just splitted the terms. 1 by cos A plus sin A by cos A. That I have written here, you can see. Now next step is what? So 1 by cos A is secant A. This is standard formula. Plus sin A by cos A is tan A. This is formula. Sin A by cos A is equal to tan A. So this is LHS, right? See the question here. We have taken this LHS and we have simplified, and we finally got secant A plus tan A. You can see that RHS is equal to secant A plus tan A. So secant A plus tan A is what? So secant A plus tan A is RHS. You got it? See, we have taken LHS and we simplified. Finally this LHS is equal to RHS. We took LHS and after simplification that LHS became equal to RHS. That means when LHS is equal to RHS, that means we have proved the identity. That's all. Proving of identity is done. We have proved it. So that's all. So this is the answer. Thank you. Anything if you want to say related to my teaching and the concept, you can please mention in the comment. I will follow that comments definitely. Thank you once again. Click on subscribe.